Hey there everyone, this is AntDude and welcome back to What a Glitch, and today we're looking at Sonic Generations for Xbox 360, PS3, and PC. All of the glitches in this episode are on the 360 version, but if you have a PS3 or PC version, feel free to test out these glitches and take to the comments to post your findings. With that out of the way, let's take a spin dash to the past. The first glitches we have here are called 3D and 2D. One is for Modern Sonic and the other is for Classic, and they both allow you to walk in 3D in places that you're not supposed to. Modern Sonic can trigger it in two different places, City Escape and Planet Wisp. In City Escape, before this loop that takes you down a building, go around the side and jump over the boost pads, move along the gate and jump off from the gap at the end. Now Sonic should enter this section in 3D. And it does fix itself later on. Now in Planet Wisp, right before the first rocket capsule, stand on this platform to the left of the egg pawn. Make sure Sonic is on the left edge of the platform and wait until the egg pawn throws attacks. Hold up on the control stick and homing attack right as Sonic gets hit. He should then get hit into the foreground. Now platform your way up to the rocket wisp, and if you need to, tap up on the control stick to move yourself a bit more towards the background. Use the rocket wisp power, and when you land, you'll see that you can move around in 3D up here. And if you have another rocket wisp, you can even fly up out of bounds. With Classic Sonic, you'll need the Thunder Shield, and there are three places to do this. The first is in Sky Sanctuary. Progress through the stage like normal until you get to this area with the red springs on a rotating platform. Make sure you have the Thunder Shield activated and bounce on the topmost spring. Then use the double jump as soon as possible. Sonic should then drop down and now move in 3D. The same concept works here in Rooftop Run, but Sonic can get a little bit lost here if you're not too careful. There is one more way to trigger this glitch, and it's in Chemical Plant Challenge 1. There's a spring here that shoots Sonic into the background. Let go of Tails with the B button to the right of the spring and then bounce into it when Tails is behind it. Sonic will then be caught by Tails, and when you land back on ground, you can again move in 3D. You can drop into the background too and even walk around back there, and if you fly to the end you can even go past the goalposts. But just watch where you drop Sonic, there may not be solid ground there. The next glitch we have is called the Speed Glitch, which allows Sonic to have even more blast processing! It comes in two different flavors, D-Speed and M-Speed. D-Speed only works in 2D, while the latter is exclusive to 3D. So let's focus on D-Speed for now, since that works with both Modern and Classic Sonic, and of course we'll show off how to do it with both. With Classic Sonic, it's actually pretty simple. Hold up on the control stick and slowly rotate it to the direction you want to go. When Sonic begins to move, make sure you hold the stick in that position, spin dash, and jump. Sonic should then rocket off at incredible speeds. And to keep the speed going, try to stay in the air as much as possible by either constantly jumping or using the Thunder Shield. With Modern Sonic, it's essentially the same thing, but instead of spin dashing, you do a low boost. Now M-Speed is very similar to D-Speed, but you have to slightly move the control stick up until Sonic starts to move. Then just boost and jump away. If you combine this with the blast off at the beginning of a stage, you can catapult off right from the start. And it's also really useful in the Shadow boss fight, making it fairly easy. The next glitch is a little quirk in the game involving Supersonic and rails. If Sonic jumps and activates Supersonic, he won't transform and the icon goes away. Right here is a very simple camera glitch if you stand in this particular spot. Works with both Modern and Classic Sonic, and it's really nothing too special. This glitch, however, is a bit more interesting. In Green Hill Act 2 on the rail section, towards the end, slow down as much as you can. Jump over the booster, and when the camera moves around you, jump and change directions. You'll see that the Chomper goes backwards too, and the rails that were just broken are still there, but invisible. If you continue forward, you'll notice that the Chomper doesn't show up after the Rainbow Ring. That's because he actually got unloaded back there when Sonic was going backwards. Now here you can do yet another glitch. When you land, jump and boost. This skips a loading trigger for the game, and it doesn't load the next section's graphics. You can still go through the stage like normal because the floor is still solid. But no worries, the next section has its graphics back, so no need to rustle your jimmies. In Speed Highway Act 1, there's a way to get stuck in this loop. Make sure you have the Thunder Shield and start at the beginning of the stage. Charge up a spin dash, double jump, and Sonic should then land in this area behind the loop. You can then walk through inside the loop if you can even get in, but once you are in, there's no way out. In Speed Highway Act 2, there's a small glitch with the color of Sonic's boost. If you're Supersonic and run out of rings when running down the building, Sonic changes to normal, but the boost effect does not. And while you're still here, there's a small trick you can do to get a lot of height off this ramp when boosting. Right before you hit the top of the ramp, hold right and drift. Then let go of the control stick as you leave said ramp. Sonic should then fly into the air, and then die. You can also do this in Seaside Hill to skip a good portion of the level. The last handful of glitches are back in Planet Wisp. For this first one, head to this area with Classic Sonic. This upcoming glitch is pixel perfect, so I won't go into too much detail on how to do it. Just know that little chibi Sonic will do glitchy things with the spiky power. Sonic can get kinda stuck in the wall, and getting out is nearly impossible. And to no surprise, there's another glitch right around the corner. If you hit this switch, Sonic can go into this loop. Drop down and grab the Spike Wisp. Activate it and spin dash to the right. Then once you hit this spot, hold jump and upright on the control stick. Sonic should now be hovering. If you then let go of the control stick and hold right after a second, you can hover to the right and even skip a good part of the level if you use the Thunder Shield correctly. In Act 2, get the first Rocket Wisp capsule. Wait until it respawns and then use the rocket power underneath it. You should land with an extra Rocket Wisp. Navigate through the stage doing that every single time until you reach this cannon. Use the rocket power under it and Rocket Sonic should get stuck in this cannon. When he falls out, the rocket power will be stuck to him. Sonic sort of has invincibility in this state. He can lose rings, but won't die if he doesn't have any. Another glitch you can do with the Rocket Wisp is take one to this ramp at the end of the level. Run up the ramp and use the rocket when you're near the top. The rocket will then go sideways and the game will start lagging and then freezing, with just these beautiful, harmonious sounds to come out of it. That's all the time I have for this episode, so I'll pass it back off to Aurum. If you want to see more of me and my shenanigans, you can click on this little thing here on the screen. I talked about Sonic ROM hacks. Hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. But with that said, I am out of here. Up, over, and gone.
Alright, so if you haven't already, go give AntDude some love, and that's about it here, so I guess we'll start with the question of the day. Who else would you like to see on the episode of What a Glitch? I'm always open to add new people, as long as it's reasonable, but yeah. Alright, I'll go disappear now, alright? Bye.